This work describes a project on exploring web archive networks in the case of the 2018 Irish presidential election. This is a collaboration between the Insight Centre for Data Analytics at University College Dublin and the National Library of Ireland. The hyperlink structure of the web can be used not only as a means of facilitating web search, but also to uncover the associations between different websites based on the links between their pages. By representing large collections of web pages as a network, we can apply a wide variety of existing methods from the field of network analysis, which has been an active area of research for many decades. For web archives, we can use network analysis methods to explore their content, helping us to identify meaningful historical trends and find relevant content. The goal of this project is to develop a macro-level view or atlas of the data in a selected web crawl. This could allow archives to be summarised and presented publicly, helping researchers and the general public to identify specific parts of the crawl to examine in more detail in a library setting. Our work involves creating and analysing what we refer to as hyperlink networks. Here, each node is a unique domain. An edge from node A to node B indicates that there are one or more links in the pages on domain A pointing to domain B. Edges can travel in either one direction or both directions. Each edge also has a weight, indicating the number of links between two domains. In the example shown on the right-hand side here, we can see a simple hyperlink network. It has 5 nodes, each representing a domain, such as hse.ie or oireachtas.ie, and there are 6 edges or lines connecting pairs of nodes. The arrows on edges indicate the direction of edges, and the numbers beside edges indicate the weight on that edge. So, for example, we see an edge going from hse.ie to hspc.ie with a weight of 3. This means that there are 3 links from web pages on the domain hse.ie that point to pages on the domain hspc.ie. In recent years, the National Library of Ireland has selectively archived web content covering a variety of political and cultural events of public interest. In this work, we conduct a pilot study which involves analysing a web archive collected by the NLI during the 2018 Irish presidential election campaign. The archive was created by crawling sites related to the election candidates in 2018, along with a number of other popular Irish political and media websites. The original archive consists of 100 work files totaling 27 gigabytes of uncompressed data. There were over 55,000 HTML files and over 126,000 non-HTML files. We focus on the HTML files, and our methodology involves processing these files using a number of steps. Firstly, we parsed each individual HTML file and extracted all of the hyperlinks. This yielded nearly 700,000 links across all the files. We then filtered any relative links or links that had an invalid format. For each remaining link, we took the URL of the original source page containing the link and the target link and then mapped them to their domain addresses. This gave us a source and target domain pair for each link. We then only retain pairs of domains where the source and target are different. In other words, we filtered out internal links that pointed to the same domain. This yielded over 28,000 relevant domain pairs. Finally, we counted the number of times each unique domain pair occurred. This gave us a list of source target pairs along with the frequency count for each pair. Next, we created a network representation for our web archive. We used the pair counts I described previously to create a weighted directed hyperlink network similar to the simple one I showed earlier. Our new network contained 262 nodes and 284 edges. Here, each node is a domain, and each edge corresponds to a source target domain pair, with a weight corresponding to the frequency for that pair. In the network visualization shown here, we've highlighted in green the domains related to the various presidential candidates. As an example of what we can see in this network, A magnified version of the region around the personal page of the incumbent Michael D. Higgins shows links from that domain to other domains selling merchandise. A number of other domains feature prominently in the network, which are highlighted below. These include domains corresponding to Irish media websites, such as RT and The Journal, along with domains relating to housing. In this pilot study, we've seen that a hyperlink network can provide a macro-level view of the contents of a web archive. This atlas view shows us the prominent domains that are present in the archive and illustrates how the various domains are interconnected. Our initial work here is focused on a number of technical issues. Further work needs to consider exactly how these tools can be used to help users and archivists to gain greater benefit from web archives. We see two promising directions here. Firstly, developing an appropriate navigation interface that allows users to seamlessly move between a network view and a close reading view of the original pages in an archive. And secondly, for archivists, we see considerable potential in using network structure to recommend additional sites for archiving which are relevant to the current topic. This concludes the talk for today. I would like to thank my collaborators at the National Library of Ireland and at the Insight Centre at UCD. If you have any further questions, please contact me at the addresses on this slide.